Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Because everybody will hear correctly, and please ask as many questions as you can, so that when we go to the Dham, we will be in a service attitude and spiritually grow. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yenam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya-Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Bhutva Tadaham Tadapi Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yugala Sri Guru Vaishnava Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kancana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataruvesha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We have heard a lot about Vrindavan. We read about Vrindavan. We heard Srila Prabhupada, where he started this journey in a small room. That is in हिंदी भाषा में अनुवाद पीछे की तरफ हो रहा है. जिनको हिंदी में भाषांतर चाहिए सो वो पीछे जा सकते हैं. तो we heard, we read a lot, we have been meditating and we were looking forward, and finally we are in Vrindavan. It is our great fortune that we have this opportunity. That in fact, few of us, when we are discussing coming from, in a train, we are discussing that what is the qualification that we have, that we are getting access to the holy name, we are getting access to the Vrindavan Dham. And it is because of only our dear founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki. We just sang a beautiful composition by Jiva Goswami. It is called as Yugala Ashtakam. And why we sang this particular Yugala Ashtakam, there is a reason. So, but if you see that Krishna Prema Mayi Radha, Radha Prema Maya Hari, and then last, the third and fourth line repeats every Ashtakam. So, if you see the first line says Krishna Prema Mayi Radha. So, Krishna's the love, the essence of love is Radha, and Radha's essence is Krishna. And then it goes the Chitta, then Dehe, and then finally it talks about the Vrindavaneshwari is Radha and the Vrindavaneshwar is Krishna. And Jiva Goswami says, Jivane Marane Jivane Nidhane Nityam. The wealth of my life is only Radha and Krishna, and the shelter of my life is only Radha and Krishna, and that is the mood of Braj. That is the essence of Braj, keeping everything in the center. So today we are visiting most sacred place on this earth, and that is the birthplace of Srimati Radharani. And that is why we particularly chose this song, that we understand who is Srimati Radharani. So today, if you see in a map, Yamuna river flows from north to south. We are on the western side. So we'll be crossing the Yamuna and go to the eastern side, where we'll be visiting Raval and Gokul. So Raval is the birthplace of Srimati Radharani. Now before we come to Raval, we need to understand who is the Srimati Radharani or what is a Radha Tattva. It is said that Radharani is not an ordinary girl or not even a special girl on this earthly planet who is doing pastimes with Lord Sri Krishna. Rather, Radharani is a pleasure-giving potency of Lord Sri Krishna, and she is an eternal consort of Sri Krishna. In fact, when Srinath Chakravarti, who is the follower of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has written very wonderful, that is the first translation or commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam in the follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In invocation, he writes what is the essence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching. It's very beautiful. In fact, yesterday Harishatra Prabhu also quoted that shloka. Aradhya Bhagavana Brajesh Tanayo Tadadhama Vrindavan Ramya Kachita Upasana Brajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. So if there is any Aradhya Bhagavan on this earthly planet, as per the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is none other than Lord Sri Krishna, Brajesh Tanayo, Braja Isha, the king of Braja. Who is the king of Braja? Nanda Maharaj. And Tanaya, Suto, Suna, Tanaya is nothing but the son. So this Aradhya Bhagavan is Lord Sri Krishna. And if there is any abode or any place or place of worshipable, that is none other than Tadadhama Vrindavan. And if there somebody is engaging in the worship of Krishna, and the best worship is done by Brajavadhu Vargena, by the gopis. And among those gopis, the best is Srimati Radharani. So that is the glories of Srimati Radharani. In fact, Chaitanya Charitamrita says that Krishna's transcendental energy are unlimited, but is typically classified in three things: Ladini, Sandini and Samvit. So Radharani is the pleasure potency, which is nothing but the Ladini Shakti. So whenever Krishna wants a pleasure, he exhibits this Ladini Shakti. And the essence of that love is called as bhava or emotions. And when these emotions get greater and greater develop, come to the topmost, that is called as Mahabhava. That is the highest love for Krishna. And Srimati Radharani is the consciousness or embodied consciousness of that bhava. So we can understand how much is the Radharani's love for Krishna. She is the topmost. And that is where the name Radha comes from the Sanskrit root word called as Aradhana. Aradhana means worship. And Radharani excels all the people who are doing worship of Krishna. She is the supermost. So she is the best among all the worshippers. So that is what is called as Sri Radhika, who is the best among all the worshippers of Sri Krishna. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, continues with the 4th chapter, Adi Leela, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Yesterday, in fact, we visited Krishnadas Goswami's Samadhi in Radha Damodar Mandir. He says Radharani is a Devi. Devi means beautiful, most resplendent. And he is also called as Krishnamai. Just now we saw that Krishnamai. So Krishnamai means whose essence inside and outside of Radha is only Krishna. Because wherever she see only Krishna, nothing else. Wherever she glances, she sees Krishna. And even if she is seeing Krishna, within a moment, if she does not even think of Krishna, and she gets in a separation form or Vipralamba Bhav. So that is the Radharani. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, in fact, it again continues, very beautiful glorification of Srimati Radharani. It is said that Ataiva Sarva Puja Prema Parama Devata Sarva Palika Sarva Jagatera Mata. So this Srimati Radharani is a Sarva Puja. Ataiva is a conclusion. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami talks about the different characteristics of Radharani. And then finally he says Ataiva. Therefore, Srimati Radharani is Sarva Puja. Sarva Puja means worshipable by all. Parama Devata. She is the supreme goddess. There is no other goddess which is supreme than Srimati Radharani. And Chaitanya Charitamrita again gives the another quote. Sarva Palika means maintainer of everybody. And Sarva Jagatera Mata. She is the mother of whole universe, not only Vrindavan or India, Sarva Jagatera Mata. And in fact, Chaitanya Charitamrita continues that Krishna's beloved consorts are classified in three groups. The first group is called as the goddesses of fortune. The second group is called as the queens in Dwarka or in Vaikuntha. And third group called gopis. And among all these three groups, the best group is gopis group. And who is the source of all these consorts? Chaitanya Charitamrita says it is the Srimati Radharani. In fact, it is said, just like Lord Sri Krishna is the fountainhead, is the cause of all incarnation. Similarly, Srimati Radharani is the cause of all these consorts. If any consorts are there, whether it's a Lakshmi or Sita Devi or anybody, the source of those consorts are Srimati Radharani. So 5,000 years ago, when Lord Krishna appeared on this earthly planet, as we were discussing that, the Dham also appears and Radharani also appeared. And Radharani appeared in the month of Bhadra, in the bright fortnight on the Ashtami, and that is what we celebrate as. And that place we are going to visit, and that place is called as Raval. So there are different descriptions of how Radharani appeared on this earthly planet. We will see, and Acharyas tell that what is the basic reason that if you see the descriptions are completely, sometimes it appears that this way, sometimes it appears this way. So what is the reason that there is a difference among the versions of the stories that which describe that how Srimati Radharani appeared on this earthly planet? What is the reason that Acharyas tell? Kalpaved. This is a Kalpaved. What is a Kalpa? One day of Brahma. So in one day of Brahma, Lord Krishna appears, and when Krishna appears, Srimati Radharani also appears. And in one Kalpaved, because Srila Prabhupada says, variety is the mother of enjoyment. So every time when Radharani appears, she doesn't appear exactly prototype same way, no. It's a variety. So that is where there are different stories of the appearance of Srimati Radharani. So we'll begin with the first. So what happened? Nanda Maharaj did not have a child, and even Vrishabhanu. Who is Vrishabhanu? Father of. And who is the mother of Radharani? Kirtida. So Vrishabhanu and Kirtida also did not have a child. So they thought that we'll move towards the river Yamuna, because river Yamuna is very auspicious. Before that, Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, they were living in Barsana. So in Vrindavan, there are three major hills. What are the three major hills? Govardhan, Barsana, Nandagram. And so among them is this Barsana where Vrishabhanu and Kirtida used to stay. And then they moved to towards closer to the river Yamuna, because river Yamuna is very, very auspicious. And when we are coming in train, we discussed that Krishna's mercy in Vrindavan, the access to Krishna's mercy in Vrindavan available through 5 objects or 5 representatives. What are the 5 representatives? Govardhan, Vraja Raj. So that's why now when we go to Raman Reti, we can take the Vraja Raj. Third, Yamuna, and that's why they moved closer to the Yamuna. Fourth, Lord Shiva, Vrunda Devi. So when we have access to all these 5, so please make sure that we pray to all of them and request for Krishna's mercy. So they moved towards near Yamuna, and one fine day, Vrishabhanu Raja. So in fact, what is the meaning of Raval? Raval means is the place of a king. So he was very fabulously wealthy, very influential king. So that's why the place is called as a Raval. Before that, it was called as a Mukharavali. Mukhara is the maternal grandmother of Radharani. And so the name also called as a Mukharavali, but it is actually also called as a Raval, most influential king, which is Vrishabhanu, fabulously wealthy. So one day he went to take a bath near, in Yamuna, and he saw some light there. And actually it caught his attention, and as he moved closer and closer and closer, he saw actually it was not only light, but it was a lotus. And on that lotus, there was a beautiful girl. And the complexion of that beautiful girl was golden. And then, when he went there, now he didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Lord Brahmadev appeared there. And Lord Brahmadev said that, in the previous life, you as a Vrishabhanu, you were as a Suchandra, and Kirtida was a Kalavati. You have done a lot of austerities. And in fact, you are living only on the leaves, not puri or paneer or gulab jamun. So they were doing very severe austerities, and they were doing, and Lord Brahma was pleased with their austerities, and they gave benediction. They asked for benediction. And what was the benediction they asked? They wanted a child, or rather a girl, who is the source of Lakshmi. And who can be the source of Lakshmi other than Srimati Radharani? So Brahmadev said to Vrishabhanu, please accept this girl as your daughter. So then Vrishabhanu takes Srimati Radharani to his house, and he tells the whole story to Kirtida, how Lord Brahma appeared and told the story. Now we will raise this child as our daughter, and that is how Srimati Radharani appeared as the first story. Instead of second story, we will just continue the part 2. So then Narad Muni came to know that Lord Krishna appeared, and Narad Muni, knowing and being the three Kala Yajna, he knows what is going to happen in the past, present and the future. So he also understood that Srimati Radharani is going to appear. So he will go to each and every home in Braja and see that are in around Vrindavan, that is there any newborn child. And then he came to the house of Vrishabhanu. And then Vrishabhanu initially was hesitant to show him, but Narad Muni insisted. But he said, I will show you this girl, but she has some problem. And what was the problem in Srimati Radharani? Apparently as a problem. She was blind, not able to talk, and not able to hear also. So they were worrying what to do. They were very happy, but at the same time, they were anxious that this girl is not speaking, she is not able to see. So Narad Muni said, just let me see. As soon as Narad Muni saw that girl, immediately he realized that she is none other than Srimati Radharani. And what to talk about just beautiful form. By seeing her effulgence, he confirmed that she is none other than Srimati Radharani. Then he understood that what he should be doing next. He said, I want to do very sacred mantra, I want to do very sacred puja for this little girl, but I want a very private place. And then they arranged all the paraphernalia, and as soon as he closed the door, what did Narad Muni do first thing? He offered his obeisances, because knowing that this little girl is none other than Srimati Radharani, he offered her his prayer to his heart's full content. When everything is done, then he opened the door and he said, it appears that my mantra did not work. But I know what to do. I will tell you one thing. Now you celebrate the appearance of this girl and invite all the people around this, and especially Nanda Maharaj, and also ask Nanda Maharaj to bring that little child, because that is very important. So that on the festival day, Nanda Maharaj and all the Braj people around, they appeared on Vrishabhanu's house, and all the elderly people were busy accepting, giving the gifts, talking and all the things, and Krishna started crawling toward the cradle of Srimati Radharani. The Srimati Radharani was in a cradle, and somehow he was not able to, somehow he put his knees down and he raised himself, and he actually peeped through that cradle, and as soon as he saw Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani opened her eyes and she started crying very loudly. And as soon as he started crying loudly, Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, they came very hurriedly and they saw that the scene was very, very amazing. So Acharyas tell, why didn't Srimati Radharani open her eyes, or she did not speak, or she apparently show that she is deaf, dim and blind? Because, what was the reason that Acharyas tell that she did not open her eyes? She did not want to see other than Krishna. Radha Prema Mayo Hari. Because her love is only for Hari. There is none other than Hari. So she wanted to see only Lord Sri Krishna. So that's why Radha did not open her eyes. So this is the first description of the story. The second description is exactly similar, but instead of Vrishabhanu Maharaj being on the bank of Yamuna, he was in Varsana on the bank of Vrishabhanu Kunda. And the same other thing is similarly, where he goes to take a bath, and then he saw the light, and then the lotus, and all those things. The third thing, description comes from Matsya Purana, and in fact, Srila Prabhupada tells this story early in Montreal, in early 1960s, when Srila Prabhupada on a Radhashtami days, he tells a story, and that story is very similar to the appearance of Sita Devi. So Vrishabhanu Maharaj once was plowing land, and then he was preparing the land for the yajna, and as he was preparing the land for yajna and plowing, and from that earth appears Srimati Radharani. So Srila Prabhupada tells the third descriptions that, and the fourth description, which is very interesting, but it comes from Rupa Goswami's drama. Rupa Goswami has written many books, and out of the many books he wrote two dramas. What are the two dramas that Rupa Goswami has written? Lalita Madhava and Vidagdha Madhava. And Rupa Goswami writes in Lalita Madhava that it is a dialogue between Gargi. Who is a Gargi? Is daughter of Garga Muni. And who is a Garga Muni? Priest of Vasudev. And in the Bhagavatam 10th canto, chapter 6, we see that when it's a killing, 8th actually, when we go to the 8th chapter, where Lord Krishna is showing universe, at that time, Garga Muni comes and does the Namakaran for Krishna and Balaram. So, this Lalita Madhav drama is actually talks about the discussion between Gargi, the daughter of Garga Muni, and Yoga Maya, which is nothing but Purnamasi. So the drama begins with that. Vindhyapa, he had a material competition, either equal or even higher than Himalaya Parvat in terms of height. So this is the material competitive spirit. When we are in material competitive spirit, we wanted to equal or even higher than the other person. And opposite to that is the spiritual competition. In the spiritual competition, first of all, we keep other person in the center as a service to other person, or we may have a competition in terms of the book distribution. The center is Krishna. So this Vindhya Parvat was getting taller and taller and taller and taller and taller than Himalayas. And Agastya Muni came to know that this competition is going on. So he must do something. So he appears there, and as soon as he appears there, Vedic culture, Vaishnava etiquette, that you offer your obeisances to the great personalities. So Vindhya Parvat offered great personalities, offered his obeisances to great personality to Agastya. And as soon as he offered, then Agastya Muni blessed him and said that you be like this until I come back. And Agastya Muni went and he did not come back. So Vindhya is like this. Now he is not higher than Himalaya, but lower than that. So he lost the plot because he wanted to be greater than Himalayas. But now he is bowed down. Now he is lower than Himalayas. So now what to do? Because this material competition will not keep you quiet. Now one parameter you lost. Now you will find another parameter. So he found another parameter that I must have some son-in-law which can be better or even defeat the son-in-law of Himalayas. And who is the son-in-law of Himalayas? Lord Shiva. And then he did a tapascharya. Vindhya did a tapascharya to Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma appeared there. And Lord Brahma, when appeared, he said Tathastu immediately. Now he didn't even ask what is the good benediction that he is asking. He said, I want a son-in-law who can defeat the son-in-law of Himalayas. Now Brahma started scratching his head. Because who can defeat Lord Shiva? Who can defeat Lord Shiva? None other than Lord Sri Krishna. And if it has to be Lord Sri Krishna, and the daughter, the son-in-law to be Lord Krishna, that means daughter should be Radharani. But Radharani's eternal parents are Vrishabhanu and Kirtida. Now Brahmadev in a big dilemma, what to do? So then he in turn started worshipping Srimati Radharani, because he knew that it is the time for Krishnas to appear on this earthly planet. When Krishna is going to appear, Srimati Radharani will also appear. And when Srimati Radharani will appear, probably the problem may be resolved. So he started worshipping Srimati Radharani. And as he started worshipping Srimati Radharani, Radharani was pleased. And she said, what do you want? He said, see, I have this problem. I have given a benediction to Vindhya Parvat that he will have a son-in-law who can defeat the son-in-law of Himalaya. That is nothing but the Lord Shiva. And this is only possible when you appear as the daughter of Vindhya. Then Srimati Radharani very mercifully, because she's very, very merciful, very compassionate. So even if, as we have been hearing, many times we hear that we may have no qualification, but you just worship Radharani, and Radharani will be actually grant that. In fact, our guide, Madan Mohan Prabhu, was saying yesterday that before you people came, and the Bangalore group, it was very hot here. And Kartikeya Prabhu was in anxiety, Gabi kya hoga? People in Bangalore are exposed to 33, 34 degree, and now here is the opposite to 34 is the 43. Now what will happen now? All these people will be scorched in this heat. And then just before 2-3 days, there was a shower. It's like a Bangalore temperature. Within 2-3 days, the temperature will come down. So similarly, yesterday was so beautiful because of the mercy of Srimati Radharani. So Radharani, being very merciful, she said, okay, I will do that. Then how to handle this problem now? So in the womb of Vrishabhanu's wife Kirtida and Vrishabhanu's other brother Chandrabhanu, his daughter, they were actually carrying, and in their womb was Srimati Radharani and Chandravali. And by the arrangement of Yoga Maya, both these daughters were transferred to the wives of Vindhya. That is Radharani and Chandravali were transferred to the wives of Vindhya. And one fine day, the daughters, the Vindhya Parvat's wife gave birth to two daughters, and they were Radharani and Chandravali. And that time, in Vraja, Krishna had appeared, and Yogamaya told Kamsa that if you try to kill me, but your killer is already born in somewhere else. So then Kamsa had ordered, especially Putana, that as soon as you find small child, you kill him, baby boy. And if he's a small baby girl, you kidnap her. So similarly, Putana was going all over the Braj, and whomever she finds that small baby boy, she will try to kill, and if it is a baby girl, she will kidnap. So similarly, she came to Vindhya Parvat. Now how did she come to Vindhya Parvat? That is not mentioned in the Lalit Madhav, but she came to Vindhya Parvat and she kidnapped these two daughters. Who are the two daughters? Radharani and Chandravali. And now, when Vindhya Parvat saw that these two daughters are being kidnapped, he got in anxiety. Then he asked his priest to chant a mantra. And as soon as this priest or Brahmana started chanting the mantra, the Rakshasi called Putana, she became weaker, and weaker. See, in Vedic culture, you don't have to be like physically powerful. Even mantra can actually defeat other person. It is so much of power in a sound vibration. And the source of all sound vibration and the best of all the sound vibration is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. You don't have to go physically fight. Even a mantra can actually defeat. Now Putana become weaker and weaker and weaker, and at that time, first daughter actually fell from her hand, and it fell into a river, and that river actually water flew to the region called as Vidarbha, and you will find some connection. Actually, in Vidarbha, who was born? Rukmini Devi. And this girl actually somehow went to the king of, who is the father of Rukmini Devi? Bhishmaka, right? So then King Bhishmaka got this Chandravali, and Vindhya Parvat came to know that Chandravali, his daughter, has reached to Vidarbha province. Then he asked Jamwant, getting more thicker. The plot drama is become now. Jamwant is coming into the picture now. He asked, go to the province called as Vidarbha and get Chandravali. And then he gets the Chandravali back and gives to Vindhya Parvat. Now still, Putana is carrying the second daughter. And who is the second daughter now? Radharani. Now she become weaker and weaker and weaker, and then Radharani actually fell into the region of where Vrishabhanu was actually living. And then that daughter, Yogamaya, gave that daughter to the maternal grandmother of Radharani, and asked her to give this daughter to her son-in-law, which is nothing but Vrishabhanu. So that is how Vrishabhanu got the daughter. So this is the third or fourth story where Rupa Goswami talks about this. Now, when Rupa Goswami is talking in this Lalita Madhava, is it a Rupa Goswami's his own imagination, or how, if you see, it is a completely different description what we see that earlier what we saw that Vrishabhanu directly got, but here it was Vindhya Parvat who got these two daughters, and they came here, and then finally it reached to Vrishabhanu. So how do we understand that Rupa Goswami is writing this drama? How do we understand this? It's by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, if you see Madhya Leela 19th chapter, Rupa Goswami was specially empowered, not only once, multiple times, right? When we sing the Ashtakam of 6 Goswamis, it is said that by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, these all 6 Goswamis, they are empowered. So it was empowered, and it is a realization of Rupa Goswami. It is not coming as imagination or something different, but it was the revelation to Rupa Goswami by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it may not appear in one kalpa, but definitely it may have appeared in other kalpa, because when it revealed to Rupa Goswami, that means it must have happened. So this is the next thing. So when today we go there, the most sacred place, appearance of Srimati Radharani for Gaudiya Vaishnava is the most worshipable object of our worship is Srimati Radharani, because it's a Hari Priya, right? Hari Priya. So when we ask a request for Radharani, and Radharani, even though we may not have qualification, but Radharani will recommend to Krishna, saying that, please grant your mercy to these unqualified souls. So even though we may have no qualification, rather we have n number of disqualification, but still Radharani being so merciful. So today when we reach Raval, the birthplace of Srimati Radharani, we can with the whole-hearted pray to Srimati Radharani for the mercy of her. And when we get the mercy of Srimati Radharani, being in Vraja Bhumi, we will actually get the mercy of Lord Sri Krishna. And when we get the mercy of Lord Sri Krishna, our life becomes successful. So this is the first place that we will be visiting. And the second place that we will be visiting is the Gokul. In the Gokul, we will be visiting, depend on the time, place and circumstances, but there are 3 places. The first place may not be in the sequence, depend upon how we go. So both Raval and Gokul are on the eastern side of Yamuna. We are on the western side of Yamuna. So we will cross Yamuna and go there. And from Gokul, Mahavan to Raval, there are 6 to 7 kilometers, not very far. So first place, or the place that we will be visiting, is Brahmanda Ghat. And what is the Brahmanda Ghat? Yes, where Lord Krishna showed the universe form to Mother Yashoda. Then next to that is also Chintaharan, and next to that also very close by is the Ukhal Bandhan. Probably we may not go to that place. And then there is also Raman Reti. So these are the 4 places that out of that depend on the time and the circumstances we may visit 1 or 2 places. So this Brahmanda Ghat, the description comes in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, chapter number 8, where one day while Krishna was playing with his playmates, and on that particular day, Krishna was not playing with his friend. In fact, he was playing with Ram and Ram's friend. And who is this Ram? Balaram. And that day, when he was playing, that day the Krishna ate a dirt secretly, and all these Gopas, including Balaram, they came hurriedly running to Mother Yashoda, and they complained to Mother Yashoda that this little naughty Krishna now made a height of everything. Earlier he was just stealing the butter, but now he ate dirt also. And they complained to Mother Yashoda. Now, Acharyas tells very beautiful descriptions. The Acharyas tell that why did all the Gopas actually complain to Mother Yashoda? What was the reason? What could be the reason that they complained to Mother Yashoda that Krishna has ate a dirt? Now suppose some kids are playing and they had a fight. Though immediately what they go? They go to the parents, right? Complaining that so that he will get chastisement from his parents. So similarly, Ram Adi, headed by Balaram, the shloka number 10.8.32, they went and complained to Mother Yashoda. What is the reason that they complained to Mother Yashoda? So that Krishna will get scolding. Is that right? Yes? Huh? So that he does not eat in the future. Okay, very good. Acharyas tell that Ram means who is very pleasing, who gives a pleasure to other. How can be Lord Balaram or Ram? So when Sukadeva Goswami uses the word, it's very significant. He did not use Balaram, he used Ram, who gives pleasure. So Ram means who gives pleasure to others. Ram who gives pleasure to Mother Yashoda, how can he go and give a complaint and give displeasure to Mother Yashoda? That is not the reason. Ram, as being elder brother, he wanted to do as a duty as of his elder brother. Ram wanted to protect Krishna, and Ram wanted to protect the friend of them, Krishna. Because of all these 4 reasons, Balaram actually went along with them. It is also mentioned as a Gopa. Gopa means who the Braja people are, those who are protecting Krishna. Gopa means those who are protecting Krishna. How can they think of complaining against Krishna, those who are actually protecting Krishna? So that is also not possible. The next, Sukadeva Goswami says Dharaka. Dharaka means those who gives pleasure to Mother Yashoda. Again, so Rama, Gopa and Dharaka. All these 3 words very specifically used by Sukadeva Goswami, they describe or exhibit that they only give pleasure to Mother Yashoda. Then why did they go and give complaint to Mother Yashoda? Out of concern, as Prabhu said that. The first concern that they have is that before these incidents or this lila happened, before that actually Putana had come, and Putana was a poisonous lady. And all these Gopas, they were concerned that if that Putana's poison is spread all over the Braja and in the dirt, maybe also the poison, and if Krishna eats that dirt, Krishna will have impact. So that is why they wanted to protect Krishna, and that's why they went and complained to Mother Yashoda. The next shloka, when Mother Yashoda saw, when heard, she was always anxious for Krishna's welfare. She picked up Krishna in her hand and she was about to ask Krishna, open your mouth and show me what did you eat. And then in the 35th shloka, she said that The complaint has been lodged against you by all your playmates, including your elder brother Balaram. How is that? Now Mother Yashoda is speaking sloka number 33, Mother Yashoda is speaking sloka number 34, and Krishna is silent. Now Acharyas are telling why Krishna is silent here. What is the reason Krishna is silent here? Because he's eating mud there now, dirt. Now if he open, then Mother Yashoda, it will spill out, right? And Mother Yashoda will be able to see that. So Krishna is very smart. So he does not want to give any evidence to Mother Yashoda that he has eaten a dirt. Acharyas also tell that he gets some more time so that whatever the dirt in his mouth he will actually swallow, then he will be clean his mouth. And once he opens the mouth, Mother Yashoda will not see even a small particle of dirt in his mouth. And now Krishna starts speaking. And when Krishna starts speaking, the first thing what he says, suppose a small child and he does some mistake. Did you break this pot? And mother and father caught him. What is the reaction of the baby? No, I have not done. The same thing Krishna. Where is it coming? Where is this? No, I have not done. Where is this coming? Coming because Krishna also said the same thing. What he says? Naham bhakshitavan. I have not eaten a dirt. Krishna begins with that. Now, it's very interesting. Acharyas give so many wonderful reasons. Now, did Krishna eat the dirt? Krishna ate the dirt. But he's saying that I have not eaten a dirt. Now, what is the truth here? And he says that Naham Bhakshat, I have not eaten a dirt. No, what is right? Did Krishna eat a dirt or he did not eat a dirt? If he did eat, then why did he speak a lie? Both are possible. Is the source of both. So Acharyas tell that first of all, why did Krishna says that Naham Bhakshitam? Did Krishna lie? Sridhar Goswami says that when Krishna actually did eat a dirt, when he eat the dirt, and in fact Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also gives another view. In fact, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Krishna ate a dirt. This is truth, but it's a relative truth. The absolute truth is that he wanted to have affection towards his parents or to his devotees. So that's why actually he was telling lie. And Srila Prabhupada actually says that, did Krishna tell lie in a purport? He says, no. Did his pure devotees, did they tell lie? No. Then what's happening here? Srila Prabhupada says that it is nothing but the exchanges of love between Krishna and Krishna's devotees. So Sridhar Swami says a very beautiful point. He says, when we are eating something, that means that object is not within us. So we are taking that object and putting in our mouth, so that is called as eating. But when Krishna is the source of everything and in his belly is the whole universe, so technically he is not taking something which is not in his belly already. So that way Sridhar Goswami ruled out that he has eaten something. So Acharyas say that actually he has eaten a dirt, but actually he is the source of everything. The whole is the source of universe, and the universe is within his belly. How can he eat something which is not within his belly? So technically he has not eaten a dirt. So Acharya has used so beautiful commentaries which actually synthesize both the things. He ate the dirt, but at the same time he did not tell lie. And not only that, Krishna is so smart. He says that not only that I did not eat, but all these things are mithya. All these Gopas, they are actually liar, including Balaram. Now, how is that? Krishna is actually not, see, he ate a dirt. On top of that, he is blaming others that you are actually liar. So now, how do we understand that? Acharya again gives a meaning here that how Krishna, because it is like telling the half truth. Ashwathama Hatha Kunjara. Telling the half truth. So how did they tell the half truth? They said, in fact, Krishna says that they only accused me telling that he ate a dirt. But in fact, not me, they have actually eaten a dirt. And not only Krishna says that they have eaten a dirt, but they are eating dirt every day. Now Acharya says, how is that they are eating a dirt? Krishna gives a logic. Krishna is a super logician. So he gives, because every day these gopas are eating food. Where does the food come from? Bhumirapo Analavai. So indirectly they are taking a dirt every day. So since they are telling the half truth, that's why they are actually liar. So because half truth is dangerous, it is like saying Ashwatthama Hata Kunja. So half truth is dangerous than telling the truth. So that way he says that they are all mithya. And second thing, he says that they are telling truth half. They are telling the half truth because not only I am actually eating dirt, but I am eating the whole universe. They are not telling that. So that's why they are mithya. The second reason that Krishna gives that they are mithya because they are not telling the full truth. So after telling all those things, Acharyas tell there are at least 15 or 20 reasons why Krishna did eat dirt. And one of the reason Acharyas gives that because Krishna was stealing butter and he was telling lie. If you tell one lie, you take achman and purify yourself, then you get purified. If you do twice, you do achman, purify, it is okay. If you do third time, you take achman, okay. But if you are telling n number of time what to do, so then you eat a dirt and you purify yourself. So that is one of first reason Acharyas tell that Krishna did eat dirt. The second reason, he says that my mother told that never you go hungry. And what should you do when you are hungry? You should find your mother and you should drink milk from your mother. And you also told me that we have 7 mothers. And what are the 7 mothers? And one of the mothers is Earth. Now I am hungry. You are not there. What shall I do? I drink milk from Mother Earth, and that is nothing but the dirt he ate. In Ayurveda, third reason Acharya gives. In Ayurveda, if you eat too much of oily stuff, so you have to give a gap, break, right? Now if you use too much of paneer here, we have to give a gap. So then you have to use something dry. So Krishna says, okay, I am eating butter for a long time, let me eat something dry. And what is that dry that I should eat? And it is also said, Vishasya Vishamam Aushadam. Krishna said, I have taken a wish. Wish means poison. How did Krishna take a poison? Putana. Vishasya Visham Aushadam. So if you have to counteract the effect of wish, you have to take another wish. And the meaning of wish is also earth. So Krishna says, okay, I have to counteract the effect of wish by taking another wish. And the last, there are many things, but we will move on. The last reason that Krishna gives that, in the same mouth, Krishna is eating butter. Butter represents happiness, right? And Krishna also eating a dirt, which represents misery. Butter represents opulence, and dirt represents poverty. So Krishna says that in the same mouth we have to actually take butter, and also in the same mouth we have to take a dirt. So Krishna says such a devotee is very dear to me. Those who are equipoised, sama dukkha sukha kshami. In the 2nd chapter, 12th chapter, and 14th chapter, Lord Krishna says that sama sukha dukkha kshami. So such a devotee is very dear, who is a sama in both happiness and distress. In the same mouth, if we are eating butter, we also get the same mouth dirt. Because Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that we don't invite miseries. Miseries will come. In the same way, we will also get the happiness. So in the life, we will get the happiness and the miseries. So the person who is equipoised in both the scenario, such a devotee is very dear to me. So Krishna is saying, so Krishna is showing by his example that in a life we will never have all the time happiness or distress. it's like Sitoshna Sukha Dukkha Agama Pai Nityos. So now Krishna, having ate a dirt, he has his own reason. Not only that he denied that he ate a dirt, but he actually blamed all these Gopas, including Balaram. They are actually telling lie because they told the half truth. And then Krishna gave another strategy. Now she says, Mother Yashoda, if you don't believe me, then you can see in my mouth. Now Krishna saw that sometimes like kids will say, okay, Amma or Appa, you see that? I have not done. If you want to come and see, then Amma will say, Appa will say, okay, don't worry, I believe you. So Krishna thought, I will also use the same strategy. Now the source of the same strategy is Krishna again. But in this case, the strategy backfired. Because Mother Yashoda said, open your mouth now. And when Krishna opened his mouth, what did Mother Yashoda see there? The whole universe, the source of everything, moving, non-moving, light, earth, water, stars, constellation, not only everything, Mother Yashoda actually could see that. Not only that she saw everything, she saw the Vraja Bhumi there, and she saw herself in Krishna's mouth. Now again, Acharyas tell, why did Krishna show the universe to Mother Yashoda? Again, Acharyas gives a beautiful reasons. So 3-4 reasons we will see that. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, which is the 39th shloka, Prabhupada writes 10.8.39. Prabhupada writes the purport, why did Lord Krishna show universe form to Mother Yashoda? Because Prabhupada is very simple and deep understanding. He said, because Krishna is the source of the universe, that's why he showed the source of universe in his mouth. The second reason Acharyas gives that Mother Yashoda was actually showing what we call as a Mukhya Rupa. The Mukhya Rupa means having the loving relationship as motherly. Srila Prabhupada says that something resembles closer to the love in this material world is love of mother. So similarly, Krishna said that I should also reciprocate with Mother Yashoda by showing my Mukha Rupa. And when he said that Mukha Rupa, that is why he said I will show as a universal form to Mother Yashoda. The third reason Krishna give that every time Mother Yashoda will complain, Krishna, when I am feeding you milk, you take a lot of time. And Krishna today wanted to show that Amma or Maya, it is not only me drinking your milk, the whole universe is drinking milk. So I need a lot of time to provide this milk to them. Devatas, they came and they said, Krishna, you are alone only drinking the milk of Mother Yashoda. We also want to drink milk of Mother Yashoda, but not directly, as a prasad from you, touched by your lips. And that is where when the milk, when Krishna actually drink, touched by him, and it is actually going to all these devatas, because devatas also shown there. So that is one of the reasons that Krishna has shown the universal form to Mother Yashoda. And the last, there are many reasons that at the end of the previous chapter, Trunavata pastime, very quickly, when Krishna was actually yawning, how many times did Krishna show universe form to Mother Yashoda, Balaji Prabhu saying, Balaram Prabhu, twice, right? At the end of the 7th chapter, Trunavata pastimes, Krishna was yawning, and as he was quickly yawning, actually Mother Yashoda could see the universal form in his mouth, but he quickly closed that mouth. And Mother Yashoda was doubting that, is he, what I have seen in his mouth, was it a real or something? So she wanted to cross-check, she wanted to confirm. So to confirm that, Lord Krishna showed this universal form once again to Mother Yashoda. So finally, Mother Yashoda has seen that, and now Mother Yashoda going through the different emotions. And the first thing, saying that, am I dreaming here now? What I saw, this universal form, am I dreaming there? Then she said, no, actually I am awake, I am not sleeping. Since I am not sleeping, I am not dreaming. So she ruled out the first reason that I am not dreaming. The second reason that she is thinking, and Sukadeva Goswami says that maybe the illusion created by devatas. She said, I am an ordinary woman, what Devatas has to do with me. So Devatas will not take trouble to do these things. So finally she also ruled out the second thing. The third thing, she said that it could be the bewilderment of my own mind or intelligence. She said, no, I am fit, I am able to convince, I am able to perceive, I am able to see everything. So that means the bewilderment is also not possible. And the fourth thing, then possibly she said that it is the mystic power of my little son here. And then she remembers that already Garga Muni said that this small child is not an ordinary child, he is a Narayan directly, he is a Sakshat Narayana. So then Mother Yashoda realized that he is not an ordinary boy. And then Mother Yashoda now got into the mood of Vatsalya to she transformed in a mood of awe and reverence. And then immediately she said, oh, he is the source of everything. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. And she started offering obeisances to Lord Sri Krishna. And not only that, oh, because of this bewilderment, I was thinking that my husband is the king of Braja, I am the queen, and everything belongs to us. And she was actually going through all this emotion and thinking that she is as a part and parcel of Sri Krishna. And Krishna does not want Mother Yashoda to treat him like in a mood of awe and reverence. He wanted Mother Yashoda to treat Krishna in a mood of Vatsalya. So again, because of the Yoga Maya, immediately Krishna transformed that mood from the that awe and reverence to the Vatsalya, and Mother Yashoda forgot everything, whether it's a dream, whether it's a bewilderment or the arrangement of Devatas. She said, he is my small baby, he is tired, and let me take, she took on her lap and started feeding. So that pastime happened in a Brahmanda Ghat today when we visit there. So, sadhu sitting there. If you go there, he will actually help you to reduce your anxiety and also the anxiety of this little boy. And then Mother Yashoda goes to that place, and that place is called as Chintaharan. And that sadhu is none other than Lord Shiva. In fact, Lord Shiva serves Krishna in 5 different rasas. How Lord Shiva serves Lord Krishna in 5 rasas? As a neutrality, Lord Shiva serves Lord Krishna in a Vraja Bhumi in 5 rasas. In neutrality, he serves Krishna as a Nandeshwara Parvat. Lord Shiva wanted to observe or being part or with the audience of Krishna's pastime. So he performed a severe austerities pleasing Lord Sri Krishna. He says that, please grant me benediction that I will be able to participate or rather observe your pastimes. Then Krishna says that, okay, you can become a Nandeshwara Parvat, and that is where the Nandagram. So Lord Shiva served Krishna in a form of Nandeshwara. And then Lord Shiva served Krishna as a Dasya. So how did he serve Krishna as a Dasya? Gopeshwar Mahadev. In Mathura, western side, he is called as a Bhuteshwar Mahadev. In Vraja, he is called as a Gopeshwar Mahadev. In Govardhana, he is called as Chakleshwar Mahadev. And in Kamavan, he is called as a Kameshwar Mahadev. Near Govardhan, when we go to near the bank of Manasi Ganga, on the northern bank of that, there is a place called as Chakreshwar Tirtha. That Chakreshwar Tirtha eventually becomes Chakaleshwara, and Lord Shiva in 5 lingas are called as a Chakaleshwar. And in fact, very wonderful pastime there. There is also the Bhajan Kutir of Sanatan Goswami on the bank of Manasi Ganga. So one day, our Sanatan Goswami was doing the Bhajan Kutir, doing the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and the mosquitoes were troubling there. And he said, enough is enough, both hoga. Now I will leave this Parvat and I will find some other place. And then Lord Shiva comes there and he begs that, please don't go. I will make an arrangement that these mosquitoes will never trouble you henceforward. And even till today, Brajavasi says that if you go to that place, mosquitoes will never trouble. And Sanatan Goswami continued his that. So that is a Chakleshwar Mahadev. And in a Sakya form, he wanted to play as a part of Gopas. So one day he came and became a part of Gopa, and he started dancing, very special dance for the pleasure of Krishna. And then Krishna said, okay, you can become a Gopa. So that is why Lord Shiva also served in a form of Sakya. In Vasalya, like mother, just now we saw that he actually pacified Krishna when he came back from this Brahmanda Ghat. He was in anxiety. And also in another form, one day he went to Nandagram, he wanted to see Krishna. And Lord Shiva having all the jata and all those things and snakes around him. And when Mother Yashoda saw that, and he said that you take this Viksha and go away. He said, no, I wanted to see your little son. Mother Yashoda said, no, I will not let you see that. And as soon as Mother Yashoda drove away Sadhu from that place, the baby started crying rigorously. Profusely started crying, and Mother Yashoda did not understand what is the cause of his crying. And she went to the elderly gopis and she said, what happened? She said, morning one sadhu came. That sadhu was not ordinary. He had a jata and all those things, snake around his bodies and all things. And I drove him away. And since I drove him away, from that point of time, Krishna started crying. And the elderly gopis said that, go there and take your Krishna there. And as soon as he will see that sadhu, Krishna become very happy. And exactly the same thing happened when Mother Yashoda took the small child, Krishna there, and he saw that sadhu, and immediately he became pacified. Not only he became pacified, Lord Shiva actually become very happy. So that is the Vasalya Rasa. And Madhurya Rasa, how did Lord Shiva served Krishna in a Madhurya Rasa? Gopis, right? He also wanted to become a gopi and partake in a Ras Leela. But in Ras Leela, it is only Krishna as a Purusha and all are as a Prakriti being enjoyed by Krishna. So you cannot enter in a Ras Leela as a Lord Shiva. So you must enter in a Ras Leela as a Gopi. So he took a bath in Kunda and he transformed in a very beautiful Gopi. And that Gopi then partake in a Leela along with other Gopis. And that Krishna was very pleased with her. And then he understood that, oh, this Gopi is none other than Lord Shiva. And he said that because of this, all the Gopis will actually take your permission coming before Ras Leela is called as a Gopeshwara Mahadev. So yesterday we went to near Radha Gopinath Mandir, and between Radha Govinda Dev, there is a temple called as a Gopeshwara Mahadev. So Lord Shiva is also serving Dhama as a Dhamapal. So that is the Dasya. So Madhurya Dasya. So like this, Lord Shiva is serving Krishna in a different rasas. That is a Shanta Dasya, Sakya, Madhurya, Vasalya and Madhurya. And finally, Krishna will be, if time permits, we may also go to the Ukhala Bandhan. But we were told that the situation is not very favorable there. But we know the past times what happened is Ukhal Bandhan. We have been hearing Damodar Leela for many years together. So this is the place today, this opportunity that we may get to go there and visit Ukhala Bandhan. So please be, as we discussed yesterday, that the mood of Raja is keeping Krishna in the center. Since we are here, we cannot, in fact, Rupa Goswami says that we must live in Vraja. But if we cannot live in Vraja, at least we can carry the mood of Vraja. And the mood of Vraja is that keeping Krishna in the center. How can I be service to others, to other devotees, and how can I keep Krishna in the center of everything that I do? So it is opportunity for all of us because of great fortune that we got by the mercy of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, that we are here, which was a dream for all of us to be here in Vraja Bhumi. And by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are here today and we are participating and hearing Krishna Katha. So let's take this very seriously. When we go to all these three places, meditate on Krishna's pastime, meditate to Srimati Radharani, meditate on Brahmanda Ghat pastimes, Brahmanda Leela, Ukhal Leela, Chintaharan Leela, and pray to Radharani that we may all get the mercy of Lord Sri Krishna, and that will actually make our life successful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We also wanted to discuss about Ukhal Bandhan pastime, but we have been hearing every Kartik month during Damodar Leela, and also time is not there. So we'll pause here and we'll continue. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.